Good afternoon. We're going to call the meeting to order.
Roll call. Madam Chairperson Gamblin,
Present.
Board Member Sharon Johnson,
Here.
Janice Warner,
Here.
Don Sharad,
Here.
Lisa Mazunga.
Here.
Because this is an adjudication hearing that is based on facts and not public opinion, therefore everyone that is going to testify must be sworn in. If you wish to testify, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth? You are now sworn in.
We have the approval, or I need approval for the minutes from February 27th. Has everybody had a chance to look at them? Okay. Can I get a motion, please?
I'll make a motion that we approve the February 27th, 2024 minutes.
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
No opposed? Okay.
Madam Chairperson Gamblin,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Sharad,
Yes.
Ms. Mazunga.
Yes.
Minutes are approved. We have old business. We're recalling case number 22-2228. Renee Hahn is appealing the first administrative penalty for property address 904 4th Street, Sandusky, Ohio, parcel number 57-01890.000.
Good evening. Ron Snyder, Code Compliance Officer for the City of Sandusky. The said property, the last time we were here, or we had discussed this property, there were just a couple small things that needed to be taken care of, and that has been taken care of. This property, the case was closed this afternoon after I had reviewed photos. So there was no real need since it was being closed out. I didn't put any photos for you guys to observe.
Okay.
But if I do recall correctly, it was the flashing and some soffit concerns on the south side of the residence, and again, them have been buttoned up. So there's no other issues that we need to be worried about at this time.
So what are we looking at? They're appealing the first administrative penalty, so we have to do something with that then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
I like to make a motion that we waive the penalty. They've got it done.
okay.
I'll second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
No opposed? Okay.
Madam Chairperson Gamblin,
Yes.
Ms. Sharad,
Yes.
I'm sorry,
Ms. Johnson?
Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Warner,
Yes.
Mr. Sharad,
Yes.
Ms. Mazunga.
Yes.
The motion's passed.
All right, motion passed. Are they here?
Yes,
Ms.
they're.
Hahn? Okay, so everything is passed. We appreciate you coming, and we understand everything has been taken care of, so thank you. Okay.
We're recalling case number 23-0252. Thomas and Tina Walton are appealing the first administrative penalty for address 633 Polk Street, Sandusky, Ohio, parcel number 58-01701.000.
Good evening, Ron Snyder, Code Compliance Officer, City of Sandusky. By there today, what I did for each and every one of you is there's a copy of the original violations letter there. So what I did under each of the subcategories of items that I found, I went through and indicated what the status was currently. So the first one there, foundation. section of the foundation that has been abated. That would be on the east side of the household. The west side has yet to be done. If we look at the next one, it's going to be gutter and downspout installation on the front porch that has been abated, or the problem has been rectified. And then there was an issue of the exterior surface maintenance, so that would include up to a number of different things. In this case here, it was primarily paint, round fascia boards, window trim, front porch, trim of the porch, things of that nature. A lot of that has been done. We just have a few more things to take care of, primarily trim on the porch and some window trim. I spoke with the Waltons prior to the meeting started. They're maybe less than pleased with the painting contractor at this point, but I can let them elaborate more. They're both here. So we have some progress, but we're not all done with this project. So in the photographs there, we'll go in order to what those items are. You can see in the first one here, and right there, you can tell that there's a lot of grout issues on that west side that need to be addressed. Just a couple photos of some window trim issues. And once those are complete, then we will be done on this property, so.
So, are you giving them until May 17th?
No, that would have been a date initially. This is a copy of the original violations letter.
2023.
If you notice that, that's May 17, 2023.
Gotcha, okay.
That's when we started everything, okay?
Okay.
So really, their timeline would be based upon the board's decision at this point, so.
Mr. and Mrs. Walton, would you like to come up and speak? Or can you make it easy for them to go right there? Yeah.
Okay.
And
Most of the house itself has
would you
been
just, excuse me,
painted.
would you state your name, sir, for the record?
My name is Thomas Walton. I live at 633 Polk Street.
Okay,
The main part of the house, or the main body of the house, has been painted. There's a couple of windows that never got addressed because the weather turned on us last year. We had problems, if you recall, getting the painter there. He was only showing up maybe 1 day a week, sometimes 2 days a week, and he was only working just a few hours. We've been in contact with him for about 2.5, 3 weeks about coming back and finishing. He was supposed to be here Sunday to work on it, never showed up, never called us or nothing. He's just a very unreliable painter. Unfortunately, I would never recommend him to anybody again, but we're trying to get that straightened out, and we're fighting with him with the person who recommended him through the church. The church is actually who paid to have the house painted. And as far as I know, he's been paid to complete the job.
okay, so my question, sir, Mr. Snyder had said that you only have a little bit to do. So basically, I called you up to ask you, how long do you think it will be before you have it all completed with just a little bit of stuff that he's mentioned?
I'm hoping within a month. I'm hoping by the end of next month. I don't know what this guy's problem is. I think he cut his own throat when he made the estimate, and he just doesn't want to do it. I don't know. But we have a few windows to get done. I've got to get out with some help and finish up some work on the west side. Just like he said, just doing some of that grout lines and fixing that. Other than that, that's everything else is done. The gutters are done. They were hung like 2 days after we met last time. So we're just, as you can see, it's hard for me to get around and do things.
No, I
And
understand.
I've been on disability for almost a year now. So I'm doing things as I can. I'm at other people's mercy.
I understand.
Like with my wife, she can help me do the pointing up on her days off, but at the same time, if the weather turns or Or, she needs some time off, or she needs to be able to take a day off to break, and we're working on what we can.
Okay, so if we granted you 60 days, do you think you would have everything done by June?
The good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, as they say.
Oh, I understand. I mean, I know you said that possibly it may, but you also have some other circumstances. Your wife is working, you're disabled, so we want to be fair with you.
Yes, ma'am. And no disrespect, but I'm tired of it being drug out this far, too. I have nothing against any of you people, but I'm getting tired of coming down here. I just want to move along and put this behind me. So yes, if 60 days, one way or the other, if I've got to tie myself to the top side of the house with a rope, I will get it finished.
Does any board member have a question?
I'm just thinking, is 60 days enough for you? I don't want you to be over optimistic.
The biggest problem is going to be getting that painter back to finish what he has been paid for.
Okay.
He was paid, the church gave him a certain amount of money to get started for supplies and materials. He basically worked when he wanted to, a couple hours a week. We would call him 2 or 3 times a week going, today's a gorgeous day, where are you at? You could get a whole lot done today if you were here.
Sure.
So, excuse me.
No, I
The church is on him. The person that recommended is on him. My wife has contacted him a couple of times. If it don't work out, I'll find a way to get another painter if I have to.
Does your church have any clout since they're paying for the painter? Have they gotten in touch with him and tried to
That
get
would
him
be-
back on the job?
My name is Tina Walton. I'm Tom's wife. The person that recommended him, our church is no longer a church, basically, but the person through the church that has recommended him does own several properties around the city, so he recommended him. He's done work for him before, and he's not very happy with him either, because whenever I text LeVar, I text Craig. The last time LeVar has contacted me was the 16th of this month. I keep texting him every few days.
Okay, and so you still have the issue with the foundation also? That hasn't been taken care of?
Nope, that's something I can do when I can get some help. It's just a matter of just filling some grout or some cement into some of the cracks, because there's a couple of cracks, I agree. They're open a little bit further. There's a couple of holes about the size of my fist. I originally think they might have been ventilation, but I'm not going to argue that point. I'll fill them in. It's just going to take some time, because I don't have a faucet on that side of the house, so I'll have to get water and materials on the west side and run all the way over to the east side and,
Other way around.
all the way around the house and start filling it in. And I just need help for that, that's all.
Lisa, did you have a question?
It's not foundational, it's just aesthetics, really.
Yeah.
It's a critter issue.
I would concur to that. It's not a matter of where the residence has settled. It's not leaning. It's not a structural integrity issue with the foundation. But the way the ordinance is written, to where it needs to be weather tight, water tight, and rodent proof. So like everyone knows, if a mouse can get their nose in, they can get in. So we just want to make sure they get that grout taken care of, so that we don't have rodents getting
I
in.
understand.
That's so.
Hold on, so Lisa, you had a question?
I think we should go as far out as we can, just to avoid some unnecessary trips, being as we're not really sure about the time frame exactly. If we can go out farther, then we can be assured, more assured that there will be sufficient progress that we can grant the appeal. I just think going farther out is probably, if that's,
So do you have
like-
a date that you're looking at?
we can go, I mean, our maximum is 180, right? Isn't that 180 days out? I mean, that's too far.
I wouldn't go-
That might be
I wouldn't go too
but-
far out.
Yeah, but I mean, at least 90,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
we can agree upon 90. I believe everybody
support that.
will agree upon 90, so that would be until July. So, so let's make a motion here. So,
Go ahead, Lisa.
I'd like to make a motion to extend this 90 days into July.
I'll second it.
okay.
July 31st.
July 31st, okay. And I'd like to add to the motion, so if everything is taken care of by July 31st, then I also make a motion, inside the motion, that we drop the administrative penalty.
Look, if they're
You'll
done,
amend your
if they're
motion.
done, correct?
I'd like to amend my motion to, to extend it out 90 days, and if the work is finished within that 90 days, to drop the administrative penalty, approve the appeal.
And then your second,
I'll second it.
okay, it's been moved and second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
I have a question.
Aye.
Okay,
Are you setting a specific date, or are we just giving a time frame?
July 31st.
July
July
31st.
31st is going to push this into August. July 31st is a Wednesday. We're the last Tuesday of the month. So
What is the one before, so what is our next
So you
board
want
meeting
July
for?
30th?
July 30th would
July
be
30th.
that meeting.
That
Okay,
can,
July.
so,
July
so we'll
30th.
go July 30th.
July 30th.
Okay, so we have a motion that has been moved and second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 No opposed? Okay, Trika?
Madam Chairperson Gamblin,
Yes.
Ms. Ms. Johnson,
Yes.
Ms. Warner,
Yes.
Don Sharaf,
Yes.
Lisa Mazunga.
Yes.
Motion has passed.
So do you understand, Mr. Walton? We're
Yes,
giving
ma'am.
you until July 30th.
Yes.
You need to stay in contact with Mr. Snyder, and if everything is done by July 30th, then we will waive the administrative penalty, and then you'll be done with us.
Yes,
So if
ma'am.
you can call him before the July board meeting, you will not have to even be present.
Okay.
He will let us know that it's done.
Okay,
Okay?
yes, ma'am,
All
sounds
right.
more than fair.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Have a
Okay.
great day.
You do the same, sir.
And there is no new business.
Okay, I need a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Oh, make a motion. Oh, you moved. Second.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Second, all in
I was gonna say,
favor
you
for
want to stay a little
adjournment?
longer?
Aye.
Sorry.
You're
So
fine.
you got all kind of yeses, so you don't have to go down the board for that one.
We're
How you doing today, Mr. Stu?